done that's laminated. That has
Ooh,
like
a lanyard.
Yeah, I have mine on here. Hold on, I have mine on.
And mine has like a little drawstring, so they can actually like look at it.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But try not to choke yourself.
Yeah, I have a lanyard, so it looks like you're at a conference or something when you're just like walking around Walmart. So it definitely gets attention, and that's something cheap if you don't have the extra money, especially right in the beginning. To if like your newbies don't have enough money to just buy a $30 T-shirt right off the bat, you can even get it for them yourself. Like get them $1. They have blingy lanyards at the dollar store. Get them that, laminate a Blitz card that you have on your own, and mail it to them for like $1. And boom, automatically helping them, and it's a cheap way to just attention.
Hey, look, this is.
Oh yeah, it's Emma's.
Huh?
I can't
Sorry,
see.
my lizard fell off the couch and I was checking on her.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She just poked her head back up.
Okay,
Mom, I'm okay.
This is Emma's Blitz card lanyard that I need to.
Yeah, super cheap, super effective, and I mean you can wear it with your It Works shirts too. But it's a great way. Like Shelby's sending it to her distributors. That's a perfect way to like introduce your new distributors. I always send mine like a little dollar store water bottle with a greens on the go, a green shoe, a wow, little things that can fit right in there. And then you can send the Blitz or the lanyard along with it, just like as a little welcome to my team. Here's a boost to help you get started. And it also lets them know that you care about them. You're not just going to leave them out in the dust. But yeah, for me, blitzing is all in my head. Like I was saying, like I can go out with a group of girlfriends and I would have no other distributors, just like my regular girlfriends walking through the mall. I could just talk to a random stranger like nobody's business. But I'm like walking around Walmart by myself. I'm like, don't talk to me, don't look at me. Like I'm going in to get my toilet paper and I'm leaving. That's it. For one reason, and then I'm gone. So that's definitely something that I've been working on because it's all in my head. It really is. And I think that's a lot of us is just, because I can talk myself into something, like get all like super excited. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this time. And then I get up there and I like chicken out last minute. And I'm like, oh, just kidding. Sorry. Next time. And then I'm like, oh, I got it next time. Next time I'm going to do it. Next time is for real. So yeah, it's a lot of just like getting out of your head and just working up to it. And it's okay if it takes you several times. Like start by putting, like Trisha did, start by putting Blitz cards in a book, like in a health magazine or a health book at Costco or at the bookstore. And then work your way up doing other things.
I know some people even stick them like in at the gas pump, like right next to like the screen where it reads like your gas and everything. Mm-hmm. You can just like stick it in there and it'll stay right there. Yeah. Or I know another thing people do is they stick them. So my husband's getting on his video game with his mother. And he was like, "Hey," and I was like, "What?" They stick them in like their windshield wiper when they go inside. So like when they go inside the store, they leave them like tucked like in their windshield wipers.
Or you can make like, I know if you have an SUV, it's perfect like on the back of the vehicle, especially if you have like the decal. But even if not, you can stick them under that rear blade. But if you just have a regular car, I know that people will get like a 50-cent folder right after school supplies are going on sale. Like get one of those 50-cent folders, and you just on the back of your windows and like roll your window up, and you have the little pocket kind of there, and stick like 3 or 4 in your pocket and just say take one. Like take one at the top and leave it in your car when you go into the store. Some people are gonna abuse it, and some people are gonna take 3 and throw them away. But it's a start. It's definitely a place to start. I know when I go out to eat, we always tip really well. Like we always make sure to tip like 20%. And so we always put, like, thank you so much for your service, and we'll put a Blitz card. And then if we have a little extra money, or if they went above and beyond to, serve us or meet our needs, or, do something extra, or, just put a smile on our face for some reason, we'll give them a little bit extra, and we write on the receipt, thank you so much, and we'll just stick a Blitz card right behind it. They don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to mention it works to them at all. Eventually, it'll come up in conversation, but you don't have to mention it to put it in there. And that's like a first step. And that's something you don't have to talk to anybody. I know for myself, sometimes I just carry a wallet around and not my purse, and so my Blitz cards won't fit in there. So I'm going to be doing, getting some business cards as well. Because then that's something, because I know Blitz cards are big, and when you say, you know, do you want a coupon? I don't know if you've ever been to like New York or DC, people stand on the corner and trying to hand you stuff. I'm always that person that's, you know, like got my blinders on and they keep walking. So there are going to be people like that. But if you talk to someone and you're like, hey, here's my business card, it's a lot smaller of an option. And it's not, I feel like it's not as intimidating, at least for me personally.
You're not like, here, take this.
Yeah, here I'm selling something with this huge picture on it. Yeah, I'm like, here, this is my business card. Message me if you have any questions or, you know, stuff like that. That's what I do for my baking business. I just have little business cards, and if someone asks me about a cake, I'm like, here, just find me on Facebook. So a business card, and you don't have to get the ones on the It Works store. You can make your own, but in order to stay in compliance, you just can't have the logo, and you can't have that crazy wrap thing to stick in compliance. But you can say like, you can write It Works on it. You just can't have like, you know, the little round circle, the green circles, like the 3 white, I don't even know what they're called. But anyway, the actual logo you're not supposed to have. Obviously, compliance can't catch everybody. I don't think something like business cards is a huge deal, but just so you can like cover your butts.
It's kind of a like do it at your own risk.
Exactly.
Thing. Like if you want to risk it, go ahead, but just know that it is a risk, and like you can't get in trouble for it.
Exactly. But you can make your own that don't have those on them, but that still tell exactly what you do. And you can put, you know, like find me on, like add me on Facebook, something at the bottom, and put like a little, you know, like the thumbs up Facebook like button, something like that on those just regular business cards. Just something to think about, a different option that you guys could try. But yeah, I think honestly the main thing is just getting out of your head and just working up to it. Because not everyone can just straight up go and talk to people, and that's okay.
Yeah, I definitely start with stealth blitzing just so you get comfortable with
Stupid idiot. Sorry.
Just until you get comfortable with like leaving it, or like, you know, like get comfortable with the Blitz card. And then I don't know, like, Kayla, you might have some input on this. I don't know which is better for like the one that you have like on your purse or whatever, because I like Jade says to have like your info on it. That way, if people are interested, they can take a picture of your info, and then they have your info if you don't have like actual Blitz cards on you. Or I know some people on their ones that they have like attached to their purses, they have like ask me in like big letters. So I don't know which is better. I have only had it with my information on it.
I've only had it with my information as well, but I really think that that is a good point, is that if you don't have Blitz cards on you, instead of saying, hey, pull up your Facebook app and add me, you can just be like, here, take a picture of this.
Yeah. Because when I was first starting out, I remember I watched a Periscope of Jade's, and that's what she said, is she has all of her website, her Facebook name, and her phone number.
Yeah. If people are on the go. If people have screaming kids and stuff like that, they're not going to have time to, I mean, it doesn't take long, but it takes a second to unlock your phone, pop up your phone, hit add new contact, and then you've got to write the name and the number, and you've got to write what they are. Otherwise, you lose, you know, Sarah Jones way in the bottom, and you're like, who's Sarah Jones? Because you didn't take the time to write Sarah Jones, rap girl.
Yeah.
Also Facebook, it takes a second to pull up the app, and then you have to go to the top and you have to search them. And if you don't have a unique name, there's 50 of you. So then you have to like take their phone and either find yourself, or, you know, like look over their shoulder through their Facebook. So it's definitely a quicker option for them, because I know on my phone, our phones, you just double click the home screen. Like my phone can be completely off, and if I double tap the home screen, my camera pulls up immediately.
Yeah, and on iPhone, you literally, it's like, so,
yeah, exactly. So that's like super quick, especially for someone that, you know, isn't really super interested, but they're, you know, like trying to give you the time of day. That's just a quick way, so at least they have their information. So while they are scrolling through their pictures, that pops up and they might be like, oh, hey, maybe I should message her. Moving right from that into what I think, Sherry, you asked us for new distributors. Is it better to buy products to try, or to buy like a t-shirt or something like that? I personally suggest trying products first.
Yeah, I think having your own personal before and afters is way more important than having a shirt to wear out and about. Like,
Just
you have other options for blitzing. You don't have to have a shirt, but you need your own before and afters. And if like even if you're the skinniest person in the world, do a hair, skin, and nose before and after. Like, you can use.
Trisha wrapped. Trisha's super skinny. Like, I could snap her over my knee, and she got amazing results.
Like Jocelyn's wrap results.
Yeah.
She went like straight to like woo, and I'm like.
Exactly.
Stop making me laugh. I'm coughing. I can't breathe.
I'm sorry. But yeah, and I know you get 4 wraps in defining gel in your kit, but a lot of people have already have people lined up for those 4 wraps. So you can't always try those first 4 wraps as a new distributor. But make it your goal. Like, that $120 free product credit is an amazing incentive. So I try to push my distributors to it, and something that I've seen other leaders do and that I want to start doing once we get like more consistent people on our team. I want to start offering up an It Works t-shirt, just like a regular old It Works t-shirt, if they get their first 4 customers. Because not only does that encourage them to get their $120 in free product, they get a shirt out of it, and that's a huge boost of encouragement and motivation. And then, you know, you have that sense of, I can do this. Just hitting that first simple mark of getting that free product. It's something that yourself. And so it definitely pushes you a little harder to go towards that. I haven't started it yet just because it gets expensive after a while. I'm not quite there yet, but it's definitely something I want to start looking into, just as an awesome way to have an incentive for new distributors, because I know a lot of distributors give up within their first 30 days. If they don't have their first 2 customers, they get discouraged. I mean, I've had people like, in my first week, I got no one. I had no one sign up my first week. And so, yeah, I was discouraged. But I didn't give up. I've had people give up because they haven't gotten someone in their first week. Like, you still have 3 more weeks left of your 30 days. You know, you could get off. Some people get off in 48 hours. Some people take, you know, to that 29th day at midnight.
Some people I have to submit a ticket for because they literally got it at like midnight their time, but not Florida time.
Yeah.
So I've had to like submit tickets for people, and thank God compliance or customer service gives it to you. But like
Yeah.
don't let your distributors stop pushing until the last second. Like,
Exactly.
you can, if you are pushing hard enough, you can find 4 people.
I believe so. I would assume so.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Does
Yeah.
it have the VIN number?
And like what I said, like how I do.
I think so.
Like,
6 ounces? Yeah, I would think so.
this cute little water bottle is literally $1.
You can always tell them when you get to the front.
And I put a greens on the go, a greens tube, and a wow can all fit in here. Sometimes I'll get a green nail polish. Sometimes I'll put a bracelet in there. I'll find something else cute to put in there. And so this whole thing has cost me less than $5, and I send that to my new distributors. So that automatically gives them 3 brand new products to try that aren't in their kit and that they don't have to pay for. So that right off the bat, usually, because I send this like the day after they sign up. So usually they get this way before they ever get their starter kit. So they're already having products to give a review on before they get their kit. So even if they do have a wrap, they still have to wait for their kit to get there to get their wraps, but they have the greens to try. I've noticed that's helped a lot for my new distributors. I'm going to start sending them the lanyard. So that kind of takes care of the like gear part in the very beginning, and not having a t-shirt, just having that lanyard to wear. So that gives them a little bit of something to go out and blitz with. And then they have their blitz cards that they get in their kit also. But I highly recommend when you talk to your distributor, maybe like, obviously the first paycheck isn't huge, but maybe like the second or third paycheck, you know, have them set that money aside and save up for that shirt that they want or something like that, because the shirts are awesome, but I know that they're not cheap, so not everyone can afford them right in the beginning. I can't hear you, Shelby. You're muted.
Whoops. Don't feel like you have to have like the fanciest shirt on the It Works store either. Like they have ones on there that are literally like $20.
My first shirt was it was on sale for like 10%. It was the $18 men's it will change your life shirt. It was the cheapest one on the page, but I knew that I could afford that. You know, it was total $20 with shipping. I knew I could afford that out of one paycheck. And I wore that for months until I could get my next shirt.
Yeah.
I was like washing that 3 times a week.
You don't have to buy anything extravagant off the website, because some of the like shirts and jackets on there are like $50. You don't have to buy those. Like if you go further back in the pages, there is multiple shirts that are super cheap, like $20 to $25.
Yeah.
Those will get the job done.
And they are cute.
Yeah, they are. That was one of my first shirts too. Which one did I buy? I think I bought. Literally, it's black and it has the rhinestones that say "It Works." And it was like $22.
Yeah. As far as personal development books, Trisha actually found a great one. I don't know if it's still on sale on Amazon, but they had the e-version on Amazon. So I think it was like 99 cents, or was it free?
Yeah, 99 cents.
Yeah, it was 99 cents, and it was called GoPro.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I love that.
And it's really awesome, and that's something that we were just reading through. I know Trisha would like send me little like clips from it that she had read that were awesome.
Yep. It felt like it was talking directly to me.
Yeah.
When I was reading it.
So it's something under GoPro. I don't remember what it is, but I just got an Amazon.
It's like 7 steps to becoming successful in network marketing or something like that.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll tell you.
I searched GoPro book on Amazon, and it was the first one to pop up.
Let's see. Pop up.
A new book that I just got that I've started reading through is it's a top seller, and it's the You Are a Badass book.
I heard good things.
Yeah, Amanda recommended it, and I know that she sent it out to a couple of her leaders, and so I was like, I gotta try this. And I'm only through like the first 2 chapters, and it is awesome. I highly recommend that book.
It's called GoPro 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, and it basically just goes through how it sets you apart being a professional versus someone that does this as a hobby. So, yeah, it explains itself when you read it.
Yeah, that was really good. You're a Badass, really good. I haven't seen any others pop out recently that I've gotten good reviews on. Have you heard about anything, Shelby?
I have one that's in my Audible app, but I have to read down my Audible app, so as soon as it's downloaded, I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
Because it was one that I want to say Amanda had everybody download, and I want to say it was free on Audible. I don't remember. Probably not, but maybe. And because I, like, with my kids, I do not get the time to sit down and read. Like, I don't. Like, if I get the chance to sit down, I'm literally watching Grey's Anatomy and messaging people on Instagram. Like, I don't have time to sit down and read. So I listen to audio. The audio books are a lot easier because then I can do it like when I wash dishes or fold clothes or whatever. Because if I had a physical book, I would never get through it. It's almost done. Download.
I'm dying, guys. I'm dying.
Hey, it is counting us down, by the way. We have got...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw. Oh my gosh, my chair keeps getting stuck on the carpet.
And if somebody gives you the excuse that they don't have time to make these phone calls, I'm freaking grocery shopping right now and I'm on a call. Exactly. Looking like a crazy person talking to myself in the middle of the freaking place. All nuts and crazy looking, but I don't care.
Exactly. Okay. The next two questions that we have are a little bit more in depth, so I don't know if we can cover them in this. I'm going to try to tackle one. We may have to switch over to another call just to finish the second one, but we'll try. Trisha asked how to approach men.
Yes, I had talked to one guy, and like I remember reading something that Kara Murphy had posted, and it happened to me. I approached the guy, and he was like, "Have your husband come talk to me." And it was funny, literally like a couple days after Kara had posted about how somebody had insulted her, saying that they don't want to speak to women that own their businesses. They would rather speak to a man. So I was just kind of like, I don't want to talk to guys anymore. You guys are douchebags.
Yeah.
You know, I actually asked my husband, it was like this last weekend, because we were at the coffee shop, and the guy taking our order would not look at me, wouldn't speak to me. He was directing everything at my husband. And I said, why do you guys do that? Because that makes me really mad. And he said that it's like a thing between guys that you just don't acknowledge the woman that they're with because you don't know if it might offend that guy.
Who gives a hoot? Shoot, I'm my own person. I belong to myself. Thank you.
And that was my point.
Right?
Shoot. I ain't nobody's property. This is not the 1800s.
Right? For me personally, like, I think the only people that I would feel comfortable with is guy friends of mine or guy friends of my husband's that I know personally.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I really honestly have no idea how some of these other leaders are going out and getting these men. I know a lot of them, their husbands work, so their husbands may be the ones bringing in these guys. I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, you guys know how I am. I don't care. I've messaged guys on Instagram that have like liked my post or whatever. I mean, obviously, I think I've gotten one as a loyal customer, but I've I think most of them end up liking my pictures because of the selfies that I post. Mm-hmm. So then they like every single picture that I post.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then they end up liking my at works pictures. And then I go to message them and they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you have literally liked many at work pictures. Do not even play dumb with me. Like, so frustrating. So, I mean, maybe one day I'll get lucky and enrolls male, but
yeah, because I know Liz has enrolled a male distributor, but he's a really good friend of hers. So that's one of those things where you just know the guy and you sit down and you're literally talking to a friend, so they don't feel like belittled or they don't feel like, you know, they're losing their masculinity or whatever for asking about these products. I think the problem is everybody sees us as being the crazy rap thing. And guys are like, I don't need that. They don't realize that we have the ProFit and the energy and the new you, which are awesome and are super helpful for them.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're specifically trying to, like, you know, get outside of your comfort zone and reach out to males, I would post before and after
Thank you.
of males. So, like, Thomas Hughes before and afters, Sean McClain before and afters, Joel Dunn before and afters. Like if you want to reach the male audience, you kind of have to speak to them, because if they see before and afters of girls, they're not really gonna think about using it themselves. But I think if you post pictures of like those top leaders who have insane before and afters, you might have better luck. As far as talking to them, I don't know, because sometimes I don't even know what to say to my husband. So
I think that's going to be more of like a husband thing. I know I watched a video of Ashley and Thomas Hughes, and Thomas said that he started using New You after, trying the products to support his wife. He fell in love with it, and then obviously he started selling and was helping her. And all of his fighter buddies would ask him, he would see what he was using. He posts every once in a while his New You results. He takes them down and he reposts them. He only posts them every now and then because he likes to keep that interest. He likes to make it, like a quick deal that, if that picture's gone, you're missing it and you got to wait till the next one comes up. But he told his buddies, and his buddies were like, oh my gosh, I know 10 people that would order this stuff. I'll send them to you. And the way he came back from that question was, why are you going to send them to me? Why don't you send them to yourself? And so that's how he personally enrolled his male team. And they're all like big, huge, like fighter dudes. I mean, they're intense and they're all selling, like wraps because we have them, but they're selling the products that work for them and the products that they like, that they use. And then we also happen to have other products. Follow Sean McClain. He is one of those guys that he gets a lot of female distributors joining his team. I know that's the opposite of what we're asking about, but the way he approaches people is from a friend perspective as well. And you are going to get those creepers, but that's definitely something that you'll have to.
Yes, you will. You just kind of have to delete them, block them.
Exactly.
Because it's going to happen a lot. Mm-hmm. Especially as you get more followers and stuff on Instagram and Facebook, and you really start getting some weird ones.
Yeah, since I turned my Instagram to public, it's been interesting.
Mine's on private, and it still gets interesting sometimes. Like, I open it and I'm like, okay, goodbye. Not today.
Yeah. Well, I've gotten more creepy women trying to hit on me than I have.
He's gotten a lot of creepy women. She's like, what the heck? Is it everybody hit on me week?
Oh my Lord. Do you want, is it going to let you start a new one, or do you want me to start a new one?
I have to have you start one because since I was recording this,